Welcome to the lecture series on financial management. Dear learners, today being the first lecture on financial management, let us start understanding the concept of financial management. Now, before we start understanding the concept of financial management, we need to understand the concept of finance. Finance can be defined as the provision of money at the time when it is required in the business. Every business organization, whether it is big or small, needs finance to operate and expand its operations. Finance holds key to all business activities and firm success. In fact, the survival of any business entirely depends upon the effective and efficient utilization of finance. Now, finance being such an important factor in the business, it has led to the development of separate discipline called financial management. Now, let us understand the concept of financial management once we have understood the concept of finance. See, any business enterprise requiring money, and the three key questions being inquired into is, so any business organization in this world needs to answer three questions which requires money. The first question is where to get the money from, which forms part of financing decision. Where to invest the money from, which forms part of investment decision. The third question is how much to be distributed, which forms part of dividend decisions. So, any business organization which requires money, it needs to answer three key questions. One is related to financing decision, one is related to investment decision, and one is related to dividend decision. So, financing decision from where to get the money from, which is called financing decision, answers the question or provides the solution about the sources from where we can borrow funds and the cost of various sources of funds. Then comes the investment decision, that is, the business should answer where to invest the money. Now, once we have money, the second question it needs to address is where to invest the procured money, in which avenue, which project, or which machinery, for example. So it needs to address the avenue in which the money to be invested. And the last question it needs to address is the how much to be distributed, that is the dividend decision. That is, now once you operate the business, you generate some profit. So out of this profit, what amount of money to be distributed to the shareholders? Shareholders are the persons who have invested in the company and they expect something in return. So what percentage of profit you give to the shareholders will become your third question. Now, after understanding these three key questions, let us understand the definition of financial management with the help of these three questions. So, financial management is concerned with efficient acquisition, that is financing, and allocation, investment in assets, of funds with an objective to make profit, that is dividend for share owners. See, here in this definition also we are referring to the previous three questions. One is the financing decision, one is the investment, and the other thing is dividend. In fact, the total financial management deals with only these three areas: the financing decision, the investment decision, and the dividend decision. Now, we can say from the definition, we can understand that there are three aspects of financial management. The first aspect is procurement of funds. The second aspect is utilization of funds. The third aspect is distribution of funds. So, the entire subject of financial management revolves around these three factors. That is the reason we say these are the aspects of financial management. So, let us sum up what we have understood in this session. We started with understanding the concept of finance. We have understood that finance is essential for any business, whether it is a big or small. Every business requires finance. It is the lifeblood of economy. Then we define financial management using three key questions that a business needs to answer when it requires finance. Where to borrow funds, from where to borrow funds, where to invest the funds, and how to pay back to the shareholders. So using these three questions, we have defined financial management. Then we came to a conclusion that there are three aspects of financial management: procurement of funds, utilization of funds, and distribution of funds. I hope you understood the concept of financial management. Still, if you have any clarifications which you want to make it on this topic, you can comment in the comment section. We will be addressing your query. Last but not the least, please subscribe to the channel so-called Ashvi Management Classes and press the bell icon to get yourself notified whenever the next lecture is released. Thank you. Good day. Goodbye.